Tonight, as the termination of the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, commonly known as SNAP, is just days away, and the city of Atlanta is now adding a safety net to try and help those in need.
Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens just announcing he is temporarily pausing water shutoffs citywide and halting evictions for those living in city properties. Atlanta News First senior reporter Patrick Quinn live at the community center in Southwest Atlanta. And Patrick, about 580,000 people across the metro rely on SNAP benefits.
And Tracy, with this political stalemate in Washington, D.C., right now we're seeing a big push by local jurisdictions, cities and counties. They are moving into action to help those in need. You just broke it down. There are more than 500,000 people in Metro Atlanta alone who rely on SNAP benefits. The help, it's here. But the question tonight is, how long will that last? Outside the Community Food Center in Southwest Atlanta, families fill up their trunks with donated food. Inside, aside frozen pizzas and dried beans, Mayor Andre Dickens announced administrative stopgaps to protect Atlanta families as the government shutdown wears on.
No resident, none, should go hungry or wonder how they'll feed their family because of political gridlock.
Mayor Dickens said from now through January 31st, no Atlanta watershed customer will have their water cut off due to non-payment. And for the next 3 months, no one can be evicted from city-owned, sponsored, and city-funded housing due to late or unpaid rent.
The city and all of our nonprofit partners have to step up when federal ranks don't get the job done.
Food banks are also stepping up. The Atlanta Community Food Bank pulled $5 million from its reserves to buy an additional 6 million pounds of food to be distributed over the next 4 weeks.
This is not going to be sustainable forever. We're already in uncharted territory.
These efforts are prioritized for seniors, working families, and students reliant on SNAP benefits. Atlanta Public Schools has more than 17,000 students who rely on SNAP. Dickens said he's putting pressure on the feds.
20 minutes ago, I was talking to Senator Jon Ossoff.
Dickens said he also plans to lean on Governor Brian Kemp to tap into state reserve dollars. The message, as the shutdown cuts into SNAP benefits, Atlanta city and nonprofit leaders are here to help, doing what they can for as long as they can.
Ultimately, we're going to do permanent harm to our community and to communities across the country if we don't get the government back open.
And back here live from Southwest Atlanta, we're at the Community Food Center. We're continuing to see families come here, show up, go inside, grab food, and fill their trunks. You may see some over my shoulder just as I'm talking now. Within the hour, Governor Brian Kemp, he did release a statement. He said right now his hands are relatively tied. He cannot use state reserve dollars, he said, based on guidance from the feds, because any dollars used to potentially help SNAP recipients, that money would not be reimbursed. So Governor Brian Kemp, he is actually blaming Democrats. Specifically, he put the blame on Senator Jon Ossoff and Senator Warnock, and he says that it's the Democrats that are keeping this shutdown in place. Of course, Democrats, they feel it's the exact opposite. Live here from Southwest Atlanta, Patrick Quinn, Atlanta News First.